Geeks and Nerd podcast. We're going to keep talking about Superman because it's the summer of Superman. And we have a very special guest, Ben from Real Anarchy. Does great content, I know, on TikTok. Just found out on YouTube. And where else can they find you, Ben?
They can find me also on X, aka Twitter.
Yeah, and I'll say I usually follow comic book material. I only have a few pages that I follow for movies, and yours is absolutely one of them. I legitimately like your content. Dude. I like how you overlay the news articles and you talk about it. It's just like I love your stuff. Keeping up with the DCU, especially. I think you have enthusiasm for the DCU. How much comic book reading background do you have?
Plenty. Like I don't want to say an expert, but I know enough when somebody's bullshitting.
Yeah, so you read a lot yourself.
Yeah, I read a lot. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, I started with X-Men, which is funny. When I was in high school, that's where my introduction to comics. No, I shouldn't say that, because I when I was little, I used to pick up some Superman and some Batman, and Wonder Woman was never like on my, not because some weird.
Well, she doesn't have the best comics in my opinion.
I heard. Well,
a few good
about
ones.
That after,
there's a few great ones for sure.
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, the Greg Rucka one for me,
actually,
I liked.
Funny that you mentioned. I just picked up this
Paradise Lost. I've been wanting to read that, actually.
Yes, because of the DCU. I was like, let me do a little bit of homework, because I know that I'm not the biggest. Oh, well, actually, the new Wonder Woman, which I love. I thought that was badass. Sorry, I'm all over the place. This is Absolute Superman, but
I've heard nothing but good things about
the Absolute Wonder Woman is freaking amazing. So I started reading it. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. You're going to get a lot of this, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine, man. Yeah, open conversation, basically, because, man, we have both done at least 2 Superman reviews, if you include non-spoilers. 3 at least for me, and it sounds like you've done more than that.
Yeah. I was going to do a open live chat, live stream today, which I usually don't do on Sundays. But then you text me, hey, let's do this on Sundays. I'm like, okay, let's do this. Can you hear me?
Sorry.
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
Sorry about that, guys. Had a kid screaming. I got a little hurt.
That's okay.
So yeah, and I don't know if we mentioned this. Ben is at Real Anarchy, so that's where you're going to find him. REELANA. You know how to spell anarchy, but
yeah. I'm all social media networks: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok is really hard to crack. That's why I don't put a lot of I'm not that consistent on TikTok, but I follow some really great content creator. Yours is one of them. There's another guy named Justin that he kind of like packaged like daily news in one quick video. I think he does something different. There's a couple of other people that I follow, but the TikTok algorithm is weird. Either he loves you or he hates you.
True. Yeah, I think we cornered a weird little market with like a bunch of top 5 comic posts, and that did really well. Trying to branch out from that and do some other different stuff. You could only do so many top 5 comic categories.
That is true.
So, more news like you, kind of, I want to do a similar thing that you do. And also, movie reviews, news, stuff like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's fun to introduce people to characters that they're not familiar with.
Yeah. Well, and the best part of TikTok has been meeting people like you. Everyone I've had on the show has been through TikTok. So Yoo-Hoo Comics, shout out to Yoo-Hoo, like the Hall of Nerds dudes, Kai Bucks. You probably know all those guys.
I follow them because of you, actually.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I saw a clip. I like their vibe. Let me give them a follow.
Yeah. I have nothing but great guests, and you're not going to be an exception out of that. So that's awesome. Thanks again for coming.
No. Thank you for having me.
So let's get into, basically, like I said, we've reviewed Superman so much. We're going to do a lot of that, and that will be full spoiler detail. So if you haven't seen it, watch out. But we're also going to speculate on the DCU's future, since we've had a peek into this universe. Certain characters' stories are established. And so what could we see looking forward? That's always really exciting. That was exciting from the day that James Gunn announced the DCU.
Yeah.
Just sitting there pondering what could come out of these titles. So let's at least start with this. What is your most anticipated project coming out that's confirmed after Superman?
Lanterns, because I heard some stuff that scared the fuck out of me. I'm like, I'm sorry, can I curse?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We
Sorry,
do that a
I didn't
lot.
ask you that. I usually ask before. There's some stuff that they're gonna have in here in that show. Well, that people approach. I don't know if that happens to you when you have like a semi kind of growing channel. People start hitting you up with nonsense. And sometimes I bet it with people that I really know, but I don't like to do the whole scooping thing. I just want to know stuff, but I don't like to share it.
Yeah.
But I heard some good stuff about atrocities and
What?
potential.
Oh, wait.
Yes, potentially atrocities might
Oh, that would
show
be
up
so.
there. Yeah, and the shit, I shouldn't just say. Yeah, but I'm excited for that. That's the one that the most excited. I should have said that on there.
Well, the thing with the Lantern show is if they're really going to start expanding on the colors of rings and the emotional spectrum, that's what I want out of the Green Lanterns in this DCU. Like Jeff Johns' Green Lantern, who introduced all
Yeah,
that. One of my favorite runs of all time. And it's ever since I read that, decades ago, I wanted to see that on the big screen so bad. It's so epic. And it has this sense of fantasy as well. There's villain rings, there's mystical rings that bring hope, like the blue, and
yes,
it's all coming to a war. It seems I've always compared it to Game of Thrones, Seven Kingdoms, all with very distinct ideologies and fighting
yep.
for a certain cause, and they all kind of got to come together for an undead invasion. That's very much like Game of Thrones.
Do you feel that being that Kyle Chandler, he's an older Hal Jordan? Do you think that he already went through all of that, and then we're going to allude to some of the stories in the
Dude,
show?
that's the $1 million question for me. Like that right there. Did he? I mean, if he starts becoming corrupted by Parallax in this show, I think that'd be
Hmm.
very exciting. And that could be the threat that James Gunn is alluding to as the big threat for the DCU is supposed to be introduced in Lantern. So, or has he already become corrupted and he's already kind of recovered from that? They can go so many directions. You can't help but think that they're going to find a yellow ring or a black ring or a red ring, and that's going to be part of the threat.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think he's gonna be turning into Parallax because I think there was some conversation about Kyle Chandler role in the DC universe. I think he was never offered a film role, a film deal. So in order for that to be true, then he probably would have gotten a film deal as well, baked into his contract.
Right. Yeah, it kind of seemed like it just seems like he's at the end of his road, doesn't it?
Yes,
It seems like he's going to pass the torch to Jon Stewart, and
yes,
you don't know if he's going to stick around. You could do the whole entire multi-color ring saga emotional spectrum. You don't have to have Hal lead that. You could have
correct.
John lead that. That's totally fine.
Yes,
So I was kind of bummed out to have a Hal Jordan when I first heard it because
yeah,
I was just like, it's not going to match the Jeff Johns thing. It's just not going to do it. But they could play into that easily. But I'm really excited about Kyle Chandler, to be honest. I was a big fan of Friday Night Lights.
yeah.
Him as the coach, he really
Coach,
steals scenes, and I could see him giving very motivational speeches and being kind of a hard ass, tough love to
yes.
Jon Stewart along the way. And Pierre, the guy playing Jon Stewart, really looks the part.
Damn, Pierre. Well, his
Aaron
last name is
Pierre,
Pierre.
yeah, I don't know, he really looks the part, and I'm just so
Oh
excited to
yeah, he
have
was my
Jon
top
Stewart.
choice. I was happy. I was
Nice.
like, I nailed it on two casting choices before they were even announced, and that was is it Pierce? Something Pierce.
Yeah, right.
It's okay. Him and David Cornsweet. Because I remember that I saw him. Where did I see him? I know I saw him in a movie. I was like, oh, this dude looks just like Jon Stewart. And I thought he was just perfectly cast. And funny enough, and James Gunn was also looking at him to play that role the minute that he came on board as the co-head of DC Studios. So maybe he just saw my tweet. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I do like Kyle Chandler. He has that tough as nails dad vibe going on. So I think he will be a great Hal Jordan. I wanted a younger one,
Me too.
but having an older one, it tells me that he's gonna come with some baggage, and that to me seems interesting. And Lindelof is a great writer, so I hope he doesn't shy away from the art that is atrocities, because I'm not saying this 100% that he's gonna be there, but I'm being like I was told that he was. And another one that was alluded to in a conversation was I forgot his name. He creates this suit out of body bags. I forgot his name. Yeah, he became
Is he
the
green?
lead. Huh? He
Is
was
he
the
on the
leader of the
green?
Dark Lanterns at one point, or the Undead. It's gonna get to me. It's gonna get to me.
For
But I
sure.
think if they go as dark as they want to go, as they think they're gonna go, it's gonna be a great show.
Well, they compared it to True Detective. They
Yeah,
said some things will be rated R. What do you give the chances that the Lantern Show will be kind of a TVMA situation?
yeah, I know, right?
So you never know.
Well,
You
some of the
really never
things
know with
are,
James Gunn. I mean, our first project was full on TVMA rated R creatures, commandos.
yeah.
But back to the lanterns, I wanted to ask you. It's very likely that Guy Gardner is going to show up in that Lantern Show as well. Do you think that? I think he's going to be kind of an outcast. Like he sold himself out. He did some stuff for money. He put this uniform over his Green Lantern's conjured uniform, and I feel like he's gonna. That's a perfect for his character. I feel like Hal and John will kind of make fun of him. He's kind of the outcast at this point, but Guy's gonna take those comments on the chin and throw some punches right back figuratively. Do you see him being in the show?
Uh, I think he mentioned that he's not in the show. Well, he's in the show, but he's not. He doesn't have any scenes with Hal Jordan. From
Really?
Yeah, which is weird. It
Yeah,
could have
that's
been.
interesting. It's
Yeah, I don't know
okay.
how that will work, but I don't see him interacting. I don't know how fully fantastic they're gonna go with the show because all I hear is they're gonna be grounded and more greedy take on the lantern. So I'm thinking, wait, these are space cops. Where? Because that was
Well,
the first thing. Like, this is space cops. Why are we not going to space?
right. That's
And
one of the last terrestrial shows you would have figured would have been
exactly, like you think that they would leave that for the question or somebody else, or
right.
so. But
But
okay,
one of the writer or directors said that we are going to space in the show still.
oh okay.
And I'm almost positive they said that the Guardians of the Universe are for sure going to be in there as
Oh,
well.
that's true. You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
So we're going up to space, and that is exciting.
So we're going to that's
I'm so excited to see those
yeah.
powerful blue dudes on the big screen, dude. They're scary
What?
and weird and mystical.
Hmm.
Yeah.
uh, that's why I'm thinking about because they created the Red Lanterns first, and that's why I'm thinking it's like I feel like how Jordan is gonna be dealing with their mistakes. So that I don't know. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't want to throw my own ideas into the show because then if it doesn't pan out, then I'm gonna feel like I don't know if I wanted
Yeah.
this.
And we have Sinestro cast, so you're confident there'll be a yellow ring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's dude, man. I cannot wait for all that.
I like the actor. He has this menacing voice. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
even you know what? Full disclosure, I really, really, really like Mark Strong as Sinestro. I thought he was even though
Yeah, me too. And they teased it at the end
the
pretty
teased him
well
at the end, I
too.
was like, oh man, we could have had this
Yeah.
guy look like Sinestro.
But to be honest, I was real young when that movie came out, and I really liked it as a kid. Like I loved that movie as a kid. Now I realize it's a
Yeah.
pile of crap, but
Yeah.
I remember being pretty stoked to see the second one that never came out when I was younger. One thing that I predicted in Superman, since Sinestro is already cast, I kind of expected a post-credit scene with Lex starting to recruit his Legion of Doom.
Oh yeah.
And instead of that, we still got kind of teased in that direction because he ended up in Belle Reve.
Very.
So I'm curious where you think Lex shows up. I'm also curious how you felt about Lex in the movie. And where can we see him next?
Okay. I don't know. I try not to compare performances, but I just hated Jesse Eisenberg's performance so much. I'm like, this dude, like he didn't understand. I don't know. Let me say this. I guess they were going with the birthright version of Lex Luthor, but he just came off as whiny. I'm like, oh God, dude, shut
Yeah,
the.
I'm in that same boat as you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, I'm glad that yeah, because I didn't like him one bit. Because I remember watching the movie, which I love. I love BVS. I like those gritty, darker tones films.
Yeah.
And I remember watching him in his performance, like this could have been so much better if it was a different actor. Like the lines, the script, the delivery. I'm thinking this here, there's such a meaty performance given to the wrong actor. I don't think Jesse is a bad actor because I see him in all the stuff, but I think the choices that he made were really bad. And I was so relieved to see Nicholas Hoult kind of have an amalgamation of his own thing and also I want to say Clancy Brown because I think Clancy, even though it's animated. To me, he feels like he's the greatest Lex Luthor ever.
Okay.
But I think he was great. I know some people have some issues with him because it felt like he was a gamer giving orders to Ultraman, A, R, F,
I didn't
whatever.
like that. I did not like that.
I wasn't a fan of that. Yeah, I was like, what are
Well,
you
it just
doing
doesn't
here?
make sense. You're
Yeah, it doesn't
reacting
make
to
any sense.
your visual stimuli. I mean, you're not going to be able to verbally react. I mean, the whole process is off. You can't do a fight like that. If you're not in a fight, you can't call the shots. It just didn't make any sense. And I get what they're going for, but
that was one of those things that I didn't. I was like, I don't know if I like this.
Because it also took away what could have been more personal, intimate scenes between Lex and Superman. I don't know. Plus, I was kind of expecting at least a tease of the suit, man. I kind of thought they might have had a fight in that suit, that green Lex Luthor suit.
Bro, when I saw the Raptors wearing the purple and blue, I was like, he's gonna have the exosuit and he's gonna fight him at the end.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, well, the thing is, I'm really happy that they dedicated to just making a great movie, not setting up the universe.
Yes.
And we got that anyway, but I respect that they're dedicated to that. But as a fan, as a nerd, as selfish me, wanted like, all right, show me Lex Luthor's suit, show me building him the Legion of Doom, like tell me where Hawkgirl came from, where's Carter Hall, like give me all the justice, give me everything.
No, that was too much.
It's way too much. Yeah, it's just
that way. Yeah.
But it's great. They're focusing on movies. As he said, it's as he promised. He's not even going to greenlight anything without a script. Love that. I love that he learned when he was in the MCU, he was in the MCU when it was functioning at the highest of quality. So he got to learn so much, and then he gets to learn from their mistakes from like maybe the past 4 years as well. And man, they're in good hands, bro. And he nailed it with Superman. So let's also talk about Supergirl. So we got a little Supergirl cameo, and her show is coming up next. I think Lanterns is the next project, but then
Peacemaker is next, and then
that's right. Totally forgot. Super soon too.
Yeah, in 2 months. I think 2.5 months or something like that. I know they're going to Comic-Con, so I might go this year. I don't know.
No one's going to Comic-Con. I don't think Marvel or DC.
No, James Gunn is going to promote Peacemaker to New York Comic-Con.
Oh, he is? Okay, cool.
Yeah. He posted it yesterday, I believe. But yeah, I like Peacemaker. I know a lot of people do not like his type of humor, but I thought it was like the first season, because these obscure characters never register with me. Polka Dot Man, Peacemaker. Yeah. Like, who are these guys? Why are they in the Suicide Squad? And then I saw the movie. I was like, okay, this is pretty good. Then he had a show. I was like, why is he getting his own show? Then I watched the show.
Weird.
Exactly. I was like, this is fucking weird. This is random.
Yeah, and then it was incredible.
Yeah, and then I watched this. Oh my God, this is really good. The writing was great. The plot was freaking great. Like, how many times I guess he's a fucking butterfly too. Like when I get those reaction when I'm watching a show, I'm like, fuck, I'm watching a great show.
Yeah, and it still had laughs. Obviously, it had laughs, but it had emotion too. There was great moments with him and his dad, him and Vigilante. It was a great
Vigilante
character.
Was awesome. I mean, they changed him completely. They did a 180 on this guy from the comics.
Well, and it's weird because didn't James Gunn say that it's actually going to clear up some stuff about how the universe is different? He said something along the lines of
it's supposed to.
This is canon. Even season 1 was canon, and somehow that's going to become clear in season 2. Like not
the whole
those words,
thing with the pocket universe is supposed to clear everything. I don't know how he's going to do it.
And we already saw the JSA is in that show too. They're like our connective tissue between everything. Let me ask you this: did you like the rendition of JSA in Black Adam? And not the movie itself. Obviously, Superman's a better movie. JSA, were they better in Black Adam or this one?
I like the Black Adam one.
Me too. They were so cool. They were the best part of that movie.
Like stripped out of the. I mean, like how badass was Hawkman?
That was awesome. That was just.
He was freaking flawless. It's like
sometimes I put that movie on just to watch because they fight Black Adam for like an hour.
Yeah,
in and out of scenes.
Yeah. He's like in Hawkman and him, they just go at it. Like he knows he has no chance, but he's still like badass. Yeah, so I do prefer that. The Justice Gang working title.
Yeah,
it's not. Even though I like Guy Garner, I don't know.
He was like perfectly funny. He was like perfectly. Hawkgirl wasn't given anything.
Nothing.
She was giving nothing. Yeah.
Then
so
and that's a shame. But then again, like I feel like the movie there's another additional 30 minutes somewhere.
I I also think he was just committed to sticking us in a universe. He's going to explain everything. We're going to get to know these characters.
Yeah.
They're doing Star Wars, just dropping us into the Han Solo and Chewie. We don't know them, and we're just moving forward. And so that's kind of cool. I kind of like that, actually.
I like that,
too.
too.
The nerd side of me is like, I want to know everything about the Hawk people and go to Thanagar.
Yeah. We're going to guess to show some Thanagarians.
Yeah.
We're going to, like, that stuff. Yeah, that's true. Like, you want everything. Like, when I heard the soldier saying, take him to Bell Reef, like, ooh.
Yeah,
he's gonna meet with Amanda Waller there. What's gonna happen? Is he gonna start forming the Legion of Doom? Like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, so
I think that's 100% where they're going with Lex.
Oh yeah, and James Gunn teased that there's gonna be a big reveal, a big character is gonna show up in on the show. So I don't think Superman is gonna show up there. I don't think he should show Superman because
which show? Which show is
on Peacemaker?
On Peacemaker, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he should, but Lex, I think, and I think Lex will show up for sure. And the reason why is because Lex Luthor, I think, he's gonna be the MacGuffin of this whole thing. He's gonna be the orchestrator of everything. Even when this threat shows up, he's gonna leverage to his advantage.
Yes.
To kill Superman.
Dude, he and the Legion of Doom, or whatever it is in this rendition of this universe.
Yeah, whatever they call it.
They are going to be a wild card while the big threat is happening as well.
Yeah.
Which we see that a lot too. Kind of forever evil, stuff like that. Which, by the way, Ultraman / Bizarro. I think this is a very far-fetched, unlikely theory, but could you imagine if they use Ultraman later because he got zipped into that black hole? And then the message to Superman, somehow he remembered that. But anyway, he ends up on a planet, rules it like the message told him to do, and he has that DNA. And then later, he is Ultraman. He's full-on Superman, Ultraman. Like, I never 10 thought years about later. That. Because, when people don't die off screen, you got to start thinking about why.
That is true. If you don't die on screen, you're still alive.
Right.
Well, technically, he didn't kill him. And nobody knows what the hell goes on in a black hole for sure.
Survive. Well, we don't know anything. Yeah. Can Superman survive a black hole? I don't know.
That is true. So. And plus the river, I don't know if you noticed the river, the Proton River, is that what they call it?
Yeah.
The water was made out of cubes. What if that river is actually forming a Bizarro planet somewhere inside the black hole?
Well, because, if you're not going to bring him back as Ultraman, don't you have to bring him back as Bizarro? Or is he going to have, like, another tank with a new Bizarro? Because, I figured his face would get disfigured. He'd become Bizarro. I kind of thought that was Bizarro the whole time. And then that is Bizarro. He created him from Superman's DNA. That's the whole character. So, which he could do again and make the real comic accurate Bizarro. But, you think he's ever going to come back as either character?
I think he's going to come back as Bizarro. And the reason why, because I think he showed before, when he became James Gunn, when he became the head of DC Studio, the co-head, he started showing kind of a couple of images alluding to the things that he wants to see in the universe. And one of them was an image where it shows pretty much every character that he already introduced or at least mentioned that is going to be part of this universe. And Bizarro was one of them. And so that gives me, I think it's telling me that he's going to show up at one point.
Yeah. All right. So then give me a cameo guest for Peacemaker outside of Lex Luthor.
Amanda Waller?
Yeah. But
Amanda Waller.
She's damn near got to be a character in there. No, that would be a great
I think
one.
He's trying to do the terrific. He's trying to put together the terrifics. We already have Mr. Terrific. We have Metamorpho. We have Hawk Girl. And we're just missing, Hawkgirl was never part of the Terrific, was she? I don't think she was.
I don't know. I don't know much about that.
I don't think she was. But now we have at least two members, and just missing Plastic Man and somebody else. I forgot her name. That multiplicity
and Plastic
girl.
Man is often grounded, detective oriented.
Yes,
and also quirky, goofy. Dude, Plastic Man and Peacemaker on screen together. That sounds like right up.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, and that sounds great.
Another one that I was thinking about is because he mentioned it on the big announcement was Booster Gold.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you will.
Well, yeah, but I also was thinking that he might be the answer to why the universe is weird or whatever that James Gunn, the clarity that he said we're going to get. You never know. A character like
That
Booster
is
Gold
true.
can be a doorway to some answers, just as with his time traveling stuff. But then again, I'm excited to see that kind of a character. You could do a lot of really cool, unique writing with a character that knows the future, that will still make mistakes even though he knows the future, or the future that he's trying to create still doesn't work out perfectly. Like, you could do so much with that. And
I
Chris
like
Pratt would
that.
be a great
I
Booster
like that
Gold.
James Gunn just went full on comic booky, where he introduced these pocket dimensions and metahumans. It's like you said, it's like Star Wars. Like boom, drop you in the middle, right in the middle of it, and you don't question it. So I think they can introduce something even crazier on a sequel, and you don't. It's an afterthought. Whatever it is that he's trying to create, you buy into it because you already know. Yeah, this is fucking crazy. It's a comic book movie, and he's not being apologetic about it. So whatever it is that he wants to throw in there, he will do it without any compunction because he knows people already bought into the idea that it is a comic book film, and whatever he's doing is far different from every comic book out there that needs to explain themselves why we're doing this and why we're doing all of that. Like, for instance, like they told everybody in Metropolis to evacuate the city. More than 10 million people in less than an hour. Like, that doesn't happen. That only happens in comic books.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
He would, yeah, totally full committed to that. Yeah, unapologetically too, which I love it.
Yeah.
This is the universe we're dealing with, okay? Like it or leave, which
Yes,
everyone liked it, so we're good. How about this? So we did the JSA. Mr. Terrific and Metamorpho were the standouts. I loved both of their roles in the movie. How did you feel about them?
oh, I love them. James Gunn did something very clever. It was to use Batman without using Batman. When he used Mr. Terrific, which is like, the fourth smartest man in the DCU. I'm like, okay, dude, that's clever. You don't have to include Batman because you couldn't get away with putting Batman and just give him like what 20 minutes of less than 20 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, of course.
You couldn't do that. You can do that with Mr. Terrific and still get the exact same, performance out of it, or what you wanted out of him. But I thought he was like that action scene and the desert, awesome.
Yeah,
I was like with a grin the entire time.
Yeah.
And then I like Anthony Carrigan as a Metamorpho. He was fucking flawless. It's fucking perfect.
Yeah, it was great. And you have his son there. Oh, and then we were in there and Lex mentioned Martians. He mentioned a Martian or a white Martian. I think the guy that he called Mr. Handsome, like that was his transporter guy, was a Martian. So, and I thought the baby of Metamorpho looked like Martian the Manhunter.
Yeah, looked a little bit.
The fact that he mentioned Martians, did that catch your interest about Martian Manhunter?
Yeah, well, he teased the Choco brand because if you notice that building where the Hammer of Baravia, aka Ultraman, like that entire building, they were holding like some type of marketing session. It was for Choco cookies. So like that's a way to tease that. Yeah, Martian Manhunter is in this universe.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like that. I got to look into it. Okay.
Yeah, you got to, like, it's one of those little things, you blink and you miss it type of things. Yeah. And I thought that Mr. Handsome, I thought he was a white Martian, but I don't think he is. But because white Martians are fucking savages, bro. So I don't.
Yeah. White Martians, were those the villains in that JLA Grant Morrison showed up as a benefactor to humanity and ended up being villains?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, those are white Martians. Yeah, they're vicious.
They were like on plain sight, but they're very militant, so they infiltrated. Yeah, is it Grant Morrison? Now I'm questioning myself.
Yeah,
I have to go back.
Well, so it's cool how much they did tease. There are Martians there. We got like a Gotham Street sign at least.
Yeah.
Something like that. And Lex is in Belle Reve, the JSA introduction, the Supergirl introduction. How did you feel about the Supergirl cameo? And did that change like your expectations for the movie? Because getting a glimpse into the character and Krypto's her dog. So yeah, how do you feel about Supergirl?
I'm indifferent to Supergirl, to be honest with you, because I read the comic books and even in the show, I used to watch a little bit of Supergirl, and I'm like, I don't know, but when I saw her on the end credit, I don't think it was still the movie. The movie was still going on. I was like, okay, so they are definitely, going into the whole I'm going away to another planet for my birthday, et cetera, Supergirl. And then when you're drunk, you remember all the things, all the atrocities that you dealt with, that you saw when Crypto was destroying you, like in a fucking rock in the middle of nowhere. I thought that might, I don't know if they're gonna go on, beat by beat, but I don't know. The director, who's Gillespie, is what's the name of the director of this film? I want to say, I think it's Gillespie, the guy who did I, Tonya. I think it is. He's a good director. So I'm hopefully optimistic for this director to deliver a great movie. And I like Millie Alcock. I love her from Game of Thrones. So I think that was a perfect casting. Yeah, I think that I saw some people complaining about her performance, like, oh, we're gonna get a drunk girl and just being a jerk. Like, yeah, I think that's who she is if you read that comic book run.
Yeah, we start the comic and she's drinking at a bar.
Yeah, thank you. Celebrating her 21st birthday. So I'm like, yeah, she's a jerk, a bit of a jerk. Like if you read up on her, and she's very powerful. So that's another thing that I'm like, I'm interested in her, but it's not something that I'm like, ooh, like, you know why I'm interested in? I just thought about that because we're gonna get to see Lobo. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get to see the main man. When I heard that Jason Momoa was born to play that character, and I think that's the biggest reason why I want to watch that film. I want to see what that Jason Momoa Lobo is going to look like.
Well, I also think it just sounds very cinematic. You're adventuring through the different planets, through space, and it's a revenge mission. That sounds very cinematic. You meet a lot of different cultures and species. It seems a lot of fun. And then you got Momoa's Lobo in the mix, man. That is really cool. Really cool. I'm really looking forward to this. The comic, I think, might be a little overrated. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like I enjoy it though. I still do. But I just think it'll translate to the big screen so well and might even exceed the comic. With Tom King he's already writing the thing anyway, so
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that one.
I think it's gonna be something like, I think it was a solo movie that like you have this character going through the galaxy and going and stopping in different planets, and then like you said, encounter different cultures. I think it's gonna be an interesting. And then you have people betray you. You hire some bounty hunter, and then they send somebody after. Because I think who wrote this comic?
Tom King.
Tom King. You just said Tom King. What the fuck is wrong with me?
My guy.
Yeah. So I think when he pitched the idea of the bounty hunter that they hired to kill Krem, they had the idea of having the bounty hunter being Lobo. And the editor told them, no, you can't do that because we want the story to be about Supergirl. So that's why I think they're going to swap that individual, which was supposed to be the bounty killer, with Lobo. So I think that's going to be interesting to see.
You're not saying you think Lobo is the killer? Or she's not seeking revenge on Lobo. You're saying he's not going to be the bounty hunter that they seek out to help?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
He's going to be the bounty hunter that they seek out to help him.
Yeah, I love
because Ruthie, she goes, because, the story that she tried to convince Supergirl, no, we shouldn't kill. And then she goes, okay, I'm going to go my way and find this bounty hunter who's going to do it for me. And that's where Lobo comes in. Right. Because the real villain is Krem of the Yellow Hills.
Yeah, so when Lobo was rumored to be in the movie, I almost thought they would switch his role with Krem, and he would be the guy that killed the the co-characters. I don't think that anymore. I don't. I mean, obviously, they already said Krem is.
Oh, okay.
It's Krem. So if Krem's in the movie, he's the guy who killed her dad. So that's fine, but that would have been incredible. Regardless of what happens, man, Lobo in that movie is going to add a great spice.
I wonder if they're going to show space dolphins.
Yeah, it's going to be his chance to do Guardians of the Galaxy in the DC. Less characters, but the same amount of species and fun and color and space. So that's going to be... But then again, he's not directing it.
No, he's not.
So
according to him, he's allowing directors to do their stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of, what do you think the next project James Gunn will direct?
Somebody asked him on Threads today. I just made a video about this. Somebody asked him on Threads about when is Superman 2 coming out? And he said Superman 2, like, does he has to be Superman 2 or can it be something else? So I know a lot of people are speculating that it could be a World's Finest, but to me, it's going to be the Trinity. I think.
A Trinity movie?
Yeah.
Before a Justice League movie. That would be epic. I would be
thrilled. But then again, I don't know. They have to tread carefully because one of the things that even though I love that BVS movie, I wanted to see Superman one more time fighting a major threat.
Yeah,
Like I want to,
Brainiac, anybody.
like I love these characters already, but I want to get feel more connected to this character, and then you can bring other,
Yeah.
Batman,
Well,
Wonder
the
Woman, bring
Snyderverse
out.
should have had a Batman movie and a Superman too
Yes,
before we got BVS. They should
I
have.
agree. I agree.
I'm still a fan of those, especially the director's cuts of all those.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
those
me
are, I
too.
still like those, man.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not like, even though he created a weird fandom because he did.
Yeah.
Fuck, oh my god.
Created
So
a pocket
yeah, even though he
universe.
created a weird fandom out there, I still love those movies.
Yeah.
For what it's
They're
worth,
awesome.
because
I still rewatch them sometimes,
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I can't lie when I'm like at the end of the Snyder Cut Justice League, I want more Darkseid, man. So bad.
Yeah, bring the Armada. Yes,
Yes.
like this is the first time we see Darkseid.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to see more of that guy. He was just
Yeah.
standing there uh, with Granny Goodness, his entire army behind him, like, come and get some.
Yeah.
Like, come on, I want to see more of that. But
Okay, then how about this? What are the chances, and I don't think they're high, but what are the chances we will visit Apocalypse in Supergirl while we're traveling the cosmos, or at least hear about Apocalypse? Or what's the other one? The New Gods.
New Genesis,
New Genesis.
um, dude, that's a great question. I don't know.
It's unlikely, I think,
It's
but I think it'd
unlikely.
be
Yeah, I don't
cool
think he
and it
will.
could fit.
I don't think he's gonna tap into the New Gods anytime soon.
Really? But
Yeah.
I could see Mr. Miracle showing
Yes.
up like real soon.
Yes, there was a rumor about Mr. Miracle, but I was because I saw the movie twice, and the second time is because I was looking for little Easter eggs or something, any reference, something to allude to any of the characters, and I was hoping to see something with Mr. Miracle, Big Barda, or something. And I was like, nothing,
Yeah.
nothing.
I mean, they're already closely connected to Tom King.
Yes,
And the
I think
Mr.
he will
Miracle from
push.
Tom King would be a perfect, movie. So much of that comic is dedicated to giving you the background of New Genesis and Apocalypse and
That's right.
Darkseid. So, like,
Yeah.
I could see a Mr. Miracle movie being confirmed real soon.
I think a show will serve it better.
Yeah,
'Cause
I agree.
it could expose so much about his relationship and New
Right.
Genesis. They could do something like Game of Thrones-ish with New Genesis and Apocalypse and Hi-Fi. Yeah, they can go so deep into that. But
Yeah,
so a show I think it will serve.
you're right. And there's going to be a lot of dialogues.
Yes.
The mental health of that comic. There's going to be a lot of sitting down and talking. So that's a
Yes.
show, man.
Oh,
Which is good. I think they're going to develop that early, but it will not. Darkseid will not be attacking anytime soon. Like this will be
No.
Justice League 3 or something.
No.
But I think they will. I think we'll see Apocalypse within the next few years, or a mention or something.
I think it depends. I think it's gonna. Probably we will. Shit, because I don't know how can you throw a character like you cannot throw in Darkseid and just tease him and not purposely use him.
Game of Thrones showed us the ice people like episode 1, and we had to wait a good 7 years. So, something like that.
Touche.
Yeah,
That is true.
You
But,
just know
like,
Darkseid won't be the first Justice League villain. You know that. I feel like we could all assume that.
Yeah, no, I think it's a safe bet that we're gonna get to see some.
And honestly, the first Justice League movie might not be out for another 7-8 years. The way they're
Yeah.
moving and focusing on movies and stories, I think we're gonna have a long time to wait before a big team up. Which also, like you said, a World's Finest along the way or something. Maybe there's many team ups along the way. Teen Titans. That is my pick for James Gunn's next directing. Like I think he would kill it with the Teen Titans.
Oh his comedic time. Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
ragtag, group of immature, powerful folk. It sounds like
It's
Guardians
right
with
up his
more
alley.
powers.
Yeah.
And yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. He's good with the team. The humor, whereas in my opinion, the most forced humor from James Gunn was in Guardians 2. And I still like the movie. There was just more like humor where I was just like, come on, that didn't really
Yeah, it was
land, a
like
little
moving along.
forced.
Yeah,
With Teen Titans, you have kind of even more room for humor. These are immature teenagers and stuff. So yeah, I think he could let loose in that movie.
yeah. Do you think he's gonna take on another directing gig? I think he's gonna be more of the orchestrator. I think he wanted to set the right tone with Superman.
I could see that.
He could very much direct something else.
He might need to step back, yeah.
He might need to, because you need somebody to be in charge of the creative, because he's part of the creative. He's not part of the administrative. What's the name? The money person is
Peter Safran.
Peter Safran. He's more the creative in the side.
Which such a genius move to do, such a genius teaming up thing to do. That's awesome.
It is. Well, you know what? To a degree, Kevin Feige has because they all have a brain trust, right? But he actually makes the last call as the creative head director, whatever, co-head of the studio. But I think him and Kevin Feige pretty much have the exact same role. I'm sure Kevin Feige has somebody else taking care of the numbers. Then he runs it by him because he's the only one running Marvel Studio. But I think the relationship that he created with Peter Safran allows him to trust in him to make those kind of decisions where he can just focus on the creative and all that stuff. And with that, I don't think he should be directing one too many films, because it's like the boss paying himself. Like,
you're totally right. Yeah,
why are you directing another film? Especially when he's been adamant about different tones. So if you don't bring more directors to direct all these films, whether you write them or not, like, I'm fine with him writing films,
right?
But not directing.
It's just too much, man. That's a lot on your plate.
Because you can, as much as you want to be a different type of director or a different type, to give you something different, you're gonna feel the director's hand on his work. You're still gonna know, oh no, that's a James Gunn film. And I don't want every film to feel like a James Gunn film.
Now let me ask you this: would you want the first Justice League movie to be a James Gunn film?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
No, I want to have
a stud, just a gangster.
Yeah,
complete.
Yeah, a little bit stoic, less comedic. Yeah,
yeah. I would need like a Nolan, a Denis Villeneuve.
They don't want to touch. They don't want to touch brothers. That would be a dream job.
None of that's going to happen, unfortunately. But man,
I heard of a name. I heard of a name that is somebody that is. But then again, I don't know if this is any truth. And this is like going back to the beginning that people inbox me. I don't know if there's any truth to this. And I heard the guy who directed the last Aliens movie. I forget his name. Let me tell you.
They should just make him direct Avengers vs. Aliens then, because that was a good comic.
No, but shit, I forgot his name, dude.
I got you. I'm going to look at.
Let me see.
Oh, Fede Alvarez.
Fede Alvarez, yes.
Yeah.
Fede Alvarez, yeah. I heard of him being talked to join the DCU on a.
Oh my God! Well, he didn't do Predator Prey, right? He didn't.
Prey was the one in Hulu.
Yeah, the Predator one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He was the one that came on cinemas.
That wasn't Alvarez, was it?
Fede Alvarez was. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. He did.
Danny Trachtenberg. Okay, but the only reason I got that mixed up is because you kind of hear that now that both Aliens and Predator have had a solid reboot, now they're going to do a new Alien vs. Predator.
Yeah, he did Romulus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did Romulus. But I don't know if there's any truth to that, because the person who told me, I asked somebody else who's more reliable, and he never answered my question. Nor he told me, hey, keep it hush.
Yeah.
Usually, and that's why I'm saying that probably it's not true, because usually when that person knows something, he said, don't say anything. I said, okay. And don't say anything, but he never did. So I'm like, all right, let me find out. So it is all speculation. But if Fede is doing something in the DCU, I would say I would want him to do something if this guy drops out.
Justice League Dark. You think there's a chance we'd get Justice League Dark before
I don't
Justice
know,
League?
bro. I don't know if they're going to go that deep.
I think they'll do it, dude. I really
do. So?
Swamp Thing is one of his first parts of his plan.
Yes, but then you have to introduce Constantine and
in Swamp Thing,
the Demon.
Just like the comics' first appearance in Constantine and Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a deep cut right there. I don't know. I think it depends how this TV shows start performing. Like if Creature Commandos did well, now they have Peacemaker, and then they have after that Lanterns. So if these shows keep doing great for the streaming platforms and they don't turn into so they don't have some churning, because every show has churning, like people turn in, watch it, and then unsubscribe. Like if the churning rate is not as high and they see a benefit on continue to do more shows like this, I can see a potential of them doing a show with the Justice League Dark. That fuck, man, because I remember James Gunn teased Deadman too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he teased Deadman more than once.
Well, it
So,
seems right up his alley. And dude,
oh
Zoe
yeah,
Saldana, I could see her as Zatanna just perfectly. Just perfectly.
Zoe Zelda, yes.
And like the crew come back together. How funny if Dave Batista is Swamp Thing or Zoe Saldana.
Hey, you know
Yeah.
what? I can see that.
Bradley Cooper as Constantine.
No, Bradley Cooper is not gonna. He's already
That'd just be
Pac.
funny.
He's
The
already
gar.
Jor-El.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you think that message was real? Did they really send him to rule over the earth, or did Lex somehow? Because even Mr. Terrific confirmed that it couldn't have
Yeah,
been
no,
Doctor.
that is definitely them. But the thing is, like, if you think about it, right? Because one thing is that Kryptonians, they're very what's the word
Authoritarian.
when you love your country above everything, or
Okay.
you play? What is the word?
Patriotic.
Patriotic. They're very, like they when they had a general, the General Zod was the de facto leader of the army, right? So you have somebody like that, you know that he's going out there conquering lands. So they already had a culture that is, inherently uh, imperialist, right? That they would go and spread their empire all across the galaxy. So it would be right on brand for them to say something like that. Even though people have a gripe with that, but like think about it a little. Just take 2 seconds to think about it, because even they have like his brother and on the Superman and Lois also, was like that. Like, no, let's turn Earth into fucking Krypton, dude.
I think it just shines a light on his humanity. That just
Mm,
shows how committed he is to being a good person, even after
yeah,
he found out about his parents' dreams for him. It really just argues that nurture over nature. It
yes.
shows you that Ma and Pa can't raise a good man. It shows you that he is really in the right place. I think it did nothing but shine a light on how
On
good of
humanity.
a person he is. But it did throw me for a loop. I was like, what? No
Yeah, me too.
way. Good. That's a good creative liberty that doesn't change a bunch. That it was good,
Yeah,
unexpected,
yeah,
in a world of predictability. It was
yeah.
great.
You
It
want
was
to
great,
get,
and it just
and
shines a light on him.
it's good to get one of those. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's part of the experience. But and James Gunn said that it was that the movie was originally named Superman Legacy, and he said that this was about his Kryptonian heritage and his human upbringing. And at the end, his human upbringing is what made him who he is, a good human, good superhero, or the best of us, or he's like a representation of the best of us. Because he was like a stark contrast between his father, who his parents that gave him birth, and the parents like raised them. Because one is telling him, hey, take many wives, take over this world, become their leader or their gods or whatever. And then his father is over here, his earthly father is like, no, us as parents, what we're supposed to do is give you tools so you can make your own
I
fucking
love that quote.
mistakes.
Yeah,
And that is true. Like
yeah.
I have a 18 and a 28-year-old son.
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah,
You're a
so I'm like,
veteran.
I don't tell them what to do. I know they're gonna make mistakes, just like I did. I just
Yes.
tell them, listen, this could happen to you, or this can happen to you, but it's up to you if you want to go that route. Because you eventually, I'm not gonna be here forever. You have to equip them with the right tools so they can make their own decisions. And you
Yeah.
hopefully is the right one. And that's what happened in the film. I was like, see, he gets it. That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And I'm
So
coming around
yeah,
to
I
understanding why
love that.
Superman is special. I used to think it was boring and a little self righteous, but then it's like with all the power in the world, he could rule the world if he wanted to, and yet he is a perfect human being with all that power that he could just destroy everybody and do whatever he wanted. He still is a good person. So yeah, I'm really starting to love the character itself, and it's a character I haven't loved because it's not that I like. It's great that he's like such a good person, but his stories are sometimes kind of bland. That's all.
Yeah,
They're
it's true.
sometimes a little predictable and kind of whatever, but. I think seeing it on the big screen just gives it an extra push. I think he stands out on the big screen better than maybe he does on the page. I don't know.
No, I 100% agree with you. Yeah, some of his stories are kind of like, what the fuck talks like that, bro? Who's standing there like? Because even in the movie, there's some stuff that I'm like what the hey, dude? Like, what the fuck talks like
Yeah,
that?
or golly, when he first
Golly, like. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Yeah.
it's 2025. Nobody talks like that, bro.
Right.
Like, yeah, you could be somebody that was raised in the Midwest, in the heart of the land, but still, they don't talk that way. You know what I mean? So yeah, some stuff feels like it's corny, but it's supposed to be. I guess it's supposed to be
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
corny.
I was
'Cause
fine with it. Yeah, I was like, usually if someone says golly, like when Age of Ultron, when Captain America, while they're fighting, he says language.
language.
I was like, that's
Yeah,
corny. Why the hell? They kind of saved it though because they made fun of him the rest of the movie for it.
yeah. No, that was a
But
setup for future
even
jokes.
that was way more jarring than hearing
Yeah.
golly or whatever else. Because it is Superman. He's a farm boy from Kansas. He's kind of a
Mhm.
weirdo, but he's nice, so that's good.
Yeah.
So
Well, like I think I don't know for you, but I can never cuss in front of my parents. Like I'm 52 years old, and I cannot say a bad word in front of in front of my
hell yeah,
mom.
old
My
school.
dad passed away, but I cannot. Like I hear my brothers, my siblings cussing up a storm around my mom. Like the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Mom's right there.
That's good,
But
man.
yeah, but
Deep respect.
yeah. But and some people are like that. Some people just don't care. So I think he's just that type of individual. Just like, nah, I can't cuss because my mom might be hearing, might hear me. So
All right, I got two more questions. Well, three.
Sure.
So
Sure.
we're gonna where will we see the Justice Gang next? I keep wanting to say JSA, and where will we see Superman next? Then I have one last question, but where are we going to see these characters next? We know we're going to see him in Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Where are we going to see Superman next?
Superman next. I think he's gonna show up in Supergirl.
Do you think so?
I think so. I think he's
Yeah,
gonna
that
show
would
up
make
in
sense. That
Supergirl.
would make sense.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna show up on what's after Supergirl. Oh, the
Is it
Clayface.
Waller?
No, it's
Authority?
Clayface. I don't think Waller's ever gonna happen.
Oh, is that not a thing anymore?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
They just
Like,
bleed that into Peacemaker, I'd imagine.
yeah, I think so too. We might get a Checkmate series, maybe, and then she probably bleed into that show. I got a feeling because for the past 2 months, he's been asked 20,000 questions, and Waller has never been even brought up once. So I'm like, I got a feeling this is not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So with Supergirl, he'll have a cameo. I'm confident, especially, they already switched cameos. He's a super person. Where can you see him playing a big role next? Which, gosh, with all the confirmed projects, there's nothing where he's going to pop in. So,
well, he hasn't confirmed, and like, I think we're gonna get an announcement for a sequel or a follow-up to the Superman in the following months, and I don't know how long that's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be a situation like when Man of Steel came out, that 2 months later we got an announcement for BBS. So I don't know if we're gonna have the exact same situation where if this movie is like a banger at the box office where it brings in like $800 million or close to $900 million within the next 2 months, we're gonna hear something right away.
Sequel or something.
Yeah. But I
made
think
120 mil opening weekend.
Yeah, 220 worldwide, and that's nothing to sneeze at.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't think it'll make $1 billion though? I heard you thinking 8.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm more conservative in the 7. Like I feel like it's gonna be 7, close to 8, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in the 8 range, but hoping for $1 billion, man. I would love it if it hit $1 billion.
If he makes $1 billion, I would be so happy. Like I would be so happy that he made that much. Because the thing is that I want comic book movies to do well. It's not a thing Marvel versus DC. I love
Feige
Marvel.
is happy that this is making money. You know what I mean?
That's a sigh of relief. Yeah. Yes, that's a sigh of relief. The narrative is starting to change. Like, oh wait, as long as the movie's good and there's good word of mouth, people will go see it. Because that's why this movie has such a big opening, because of the word of mouth. Like if you go to social media, it's every freaking body, watching this movie or making TikTok or making reels about the film. So Feige's seeing this and he's ecstatic, and he just let's hope that Fantastic Four is good, because I want Marvel to continue to be good.
I want a comic book Barbenheimer, dude.
Yeah, no, right?
Awesome.
Like I want this to make $1 billion, and I want Fantastic Four to make $1 billion.
Yeah,
and then we're gonna get that Barbieheimer. Super Fantastic, is that what they're calling it?
Yeah, the Fantastic Man or something.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I have to ask one more also before the last question, which will be fun. But what do you predict will be your more, which one are you going to like more? Fantastic Four, Superman, prediction-wise, if you're thinking of Fantastic Four coming out, you already seen Superman. Do you think Fantastic Four can reach that bar?
I'm more of a DC guy, full transparency, even though I love all the Marvel movies. Everything that I've seen from Fantastic Four hasn't excited me at all. Like, I like the whole idea of having Galactus, like a proper Galactus, not like a fucking Nimbus cloud coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So, but I already got my tickets, and I want it to be good.
Yeah.
I really want this movie to be good. I want it to make $1 billion. I want them both to thrive, because us as geeks, we're gonna be eating good because we're gonna
it's a great month.
Yeah,
well, it's like the two classic characters. It's like the two first characters for both franchises or both companies.
I like the stylistic choices that they made for this film. I got a feeling that they're gonna lose at the end, and I want that. I want them to lose at the end.
Well, what are the chances that end credit Thunderbolt scene was like Doctor Doom flying to Earth?
Exactly. And I said this. I think I did a short about that. I think this is them coming into the 616 because that universe, that Earth, was swallowed up.
Yeah. Well, by Galactus or maybe an incursion or something.
An incursion.
Dude.
Thank you.
You got to. You got to.
It could be a lot of things. And I know people are saying that something about his son,
Franklin Richards.
Franklin Richards. Everybody's saying no. I'm like, he's a baby. He's still not fully developed.
He becomes the Herald as a baby.
Yeah, exactly. No, pump your brakes. They're not going to have that in this film. But I think Reed Richards will lose, and somehow then maybe I don't know. That's just fucking me.
Dude, it's a family-oriented movie. And it's also building up to Doomsday, where like they're not afraid to snap fingers and kill off half their characters. Could you imagine if we get so close to this family and then Doom rips them all out of Reed's hands, and then we start Secret Wars, or they could pull it from Doomsday, and now we're in this universe where Sue is by Doom's side and the kids are with Dr. Doom and Reed Richards.
You motherfucker,
dude, that would be crazy.
See now that this is damn. What if it's just Richards in that fucking spaceship coming through
I don't think it's all four of them. I think it's either Doctor Doom or maybe just Reed Richards. I think it's tragic. I think it's not just like, hey, the Fantastic Four are here. We're good to go.
No,
by the way, a problem's on its way over here. We're going to help you, though. I don't know. It's got to be something different.
It's got to be something different because they didn't show them. They only show the spaceship.
The ship.
So it's not them like saying, Mayday, Mayday, we're about to crash on Earth, whatever. You know what I mean? They didn't show them. So, man.
Well, I agree with you. The trailers didn't excite me the way Superman trailers did. So, like,
no, they haven't hit me the same way.
Right.
I bought my tickets right away because
me too. I'm very excited still.
Yeah.
I'm excited of the concept. I'm excited to see Galactus. I'm excited to see the Herald of Galactus storyline with. Yeah. I'm excited to see Silver Surfer, and I think that the third time is a charm here, and this rendition is going to be. I think it's going to be good.
This is what giving me pause because I've seen those original ones. Granted, it's a different time, different era. Right. It wasn't not, but I think Kevin Feige was involved in some of the production of those films, if I'm not mistaken.
He was young. Now we got Iger back. Iger came back at the perfect time for that Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Papa Iger.
Yeah, the Savior is back, man.
The Savior, I think he's restoring some order because I think that overabundance of shows and films is what really hurt the brand. I think.
Well, they just were mediocre, and it's correlated directly to Chapek's rule. It really is. His regime yielded mediocre Marvel movies and shows. It did. So that's just how it is. Direct correlation.
Lucky was really good.
Some of them were good. I'm not saying they're all bad.
Yeah, they were all. Yeah,
there was bangers.
Yeah, the first wave was pretty good. Wanda, even though the ending I was not a fan of, but WandaVision and Loki season 1 and 2 were great.
Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. I even liked Ironheart, dude. I even kind of liked Ironheart.
Yeah, thank you. I know, right?
Like, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I don't know why people gave some. You know what?
I'm excited to see more of the Hood, to be honest.
I want to see. Yeah, me too. I wasn't a fan of Agatha All Alone. I was like, oh, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, I was okay with it. They had some fun stuff. It's not my jam though. It's really not just my jam.
Because when I saw Lady Death, I was like, you bring her now? Well, you could have had her, at one point. And well, I guess they didn't want to go with it because Thanos, the purpose of him snapping half of the people from Earth, half of the not population,
Yeah.
existence was was motivated by his glazing Lady Death. Like his motivation was different
Right.
from the movie, and so it kind of makes sense. Okay, it makes sense that Lady Death is not gonna be wasn't part of the story. But then when I saw her, I was like, it felt like
Yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't care either.
it just didn't matter. Oh, cool,
was
Lady Death. So fucking what?
the one Billy Batson episode I liked a lot though, when they like
Yes,
did the
I
whole
did too.
that was cool. I was like, this is going somewhere. Like Wanda's
Yeah.
coming back, bro. Wanda's
Yeah.
coming back, and I think she's gonna be like part of Doctor Doom's plan. She's
Yeah,
gonna do something. She's gonna be very significant moving forward, I think.
I think so too. She has to. Her and Doctor Strange are gonna play a huge part on those on Doomsday and then Secret Wars.
Didn't we hear Doctor Strange is not going to be in the movie?
And that's what he said.
I might believe it if they
You think so?
have
If they have one,
just a very epic Doctor Strange 3 that is literally a freaking Doomsday commercial where he's like traveling like he did in the comics. He went and found Doctor Doom in the comics before the Secret Wars started, and they were kind of together along the way to go fight the Beyonders or whatever made Emperor God Doom a thing. He was crucial in that whole thing, and I think his next movie could be that if he's not an Avengers, and then he would play obviously a huge, gigantic role in Secret Wars.
But have they announced the third?
No, they haven't. They haven't. That's just me. Like, I
No,
think
but that would be a good fucking idea.
Yeah. Man, we got to have you on for a full-on MCU speculation thing moving forward.
Absolutely, because now you got me thinking about this shit.
Yeah, there's a ton to talk about there too.
Oh yeah,
but we got to wrap it up, and I got one more question for you for the DCU.
Sure.
And I want to hear, if you had the power, what would be, or just in general, what would be your most
teleportation without
most anticipated, most wanted, let's say, DCU project that has not been announced? If you could just have your favorite freaking thing that's going to be announced tomorrow, that's going to be a movie or a series, what would you pick?
That's a pie in the sky thing. I don't think that will ever happen. Static Shock and some of the Milestone characters, like having something with them.
Kai Buck said that too. Static Shock. I don't know anything about Static Shock, and you guys both said that.
Static Shock is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a character there that's called Hardware in the Milestone universe that he's pretty much like the Iron Man of the DC universe. Yeah, an icon. I don't know if you saw the Young Justice animated series.
My kids love it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Off and on.
Yeah, I love that. Well, the first and second season were good.
Okay.
But yeah, that I don't think that will ever happen. But in reality, like it could be DC or Marvel or just DC.
DCU.
Okay.
And it could even be Elseworlds. Like, just like the next thing James Gunn announces is coming out. I'll give you mine. I'll let you think. And it's not going to happen because we already have confirmation on that dynamic duo series, which apparently Red Hood is already established and Nightwing is already established. But the most wanted thing I wanted out of the DCU was an origin story for every not Batman himself. All the Bat family members, because we haven't ever had a quality Bat family on the big screen. That is true. They deserve an origin, and each Robin has a very special story. Yes. Each Robin has an amazing story that turns them into Red Hood and Nightwing and Red whatever. And
Red Hood stories.
And the Red Hood story is incredible. Jason Todd's story is one of my favorites in fiction.
Yeah, Death in the Family. Yeah, fuck yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, and I would like nothing more than Batman 1 to have Jason Todd as Robin. We know Damian's going to be the Robin, which is awesome. That's fun.
But they can allude to a lot of that stuff.
They can.
Because, by the time Damian shows up, everybody's fucking here.
That's the problem, though. I would love to see it MCU style, like Robin is taken under the wing. Robin dies at the end.
Yeah.
And then Batman 2 happens. Then Batman 3, a Red Hood character starts killing villains. Like, we already know. But maybe that's why they're not doing it, because everyone already knows he's Jason Todd.
Yeah.
But man, that's just
no big surprise there. That is true.
I would love to see it from beginning to end on the big screen. Fresh origin start at the... That would take a while, though. It's just they all have such cool stories.
They do. That. I agree. We're going to get to see the entire Bat family. That's got to be exciting. Because you cannot bring Damian in and not have his entire Bat family already established out there in Gotham, Bloodhaven, and everywhere else.
Yeah.
So, but you're right, man. It is that like it's the same thing that we were talking about at the beginning. That we don't know if we're gonna get much of Hal Jordan backstory. Are they gonna allude to a couple of things that he dealt with to become the man that he is today? Oh, I don't know.
It's just because we've seen all those origins in animated, and I've heard that it's like, no, we don't need another origin for the Robins, but not on the big screen. We've never seen it on the big screen.
We haven't. That is true.
So if you've never had that on the big screen, there is a place to do it new and fresh right there, and that'd be cool. Other than the Robins, though, if I had to pick a story, I really want to see Constantine, and I think he'll get confirmed.
Yeah, I think so too.
I want a damn movie.
Keanu Reeves one, which
that's weird. That'll be Elseworlds, and I want comic accurate. Better be rated R. I just started reading all these Constantine comics, and they are all very rated R. Yeah. So it'd be really cool to get a gritty, magic-oriented, fighting, manipulating demons Constantine in this universe. And I really, really, really hope he's introduced in the Swamp Thing, like the comics.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Dream from the Sandman animated series shows up? Bro, I'm getting too ahead of myself because when you told me about that we might talk about
Kingdom Come,
I was thinking, oh, at the beginning, Dream is in that fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I was thinking James Gunn already alluded that he's trying to create some type of Kingdom Come story down the line.
Right. He dropped the image.
Yeah. So you know what? I think that's wishful thinking. But no, I think nothing that has been announced. I don't think just because I want to see an Aquaman, but not something like what we got from.
Right. You want to see comic accurate.
Yeah, I want to see more comic book accurate Throne of Atlantis type of
New 52 Aquaman's incredible.
Yes,
all that
correct.
New 52, yeah,
all that New 52 shit. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't love it, but I'm like, I love this shit.
No, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited for a new Flash. I'm excited for a new Aquaman. I'm excited for a new Wonder Woman, and I honestly cannot wait until we get confirmation that any of those. Which what?
Question for you.
Yes.
Would you want to see Barry in this?
I knew it. I think they're going with Wally. I think they'll do Wally.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think it's a no-brainer.
We have the same birthday, right?
Oh, yeah, that's sick.
That's why we get along so well.
That's awesome.
I want fucking Wally West in this universe. That was my Flash.
Yeah, especially after the failure of Barry Allen's
Wasn't that
movie.
Shit fucking odd, dude? When I told you, oh no, I can do this weekend because it's my birthday. So now I know. I now remember it was around Christmas.
That is funny. Yeah.
Like, that's my birthday too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I want to see Wally in this universe.
I can't wait, man. With every new movie comes so much lore and backstory and so much significance to the universe with the Speed Force or Atlantis. Yeah, man. Exciting times. Exciting times. I think the DCU is going to dethrone Marvel here in a few years unless you got the Russo brothers though. They're going to bring Marvel back hard.
The Russo are so fucking good when they locked in.
I just hope they treat the Hulk better this time.
Yes.
We need some Rage Hulk.
Yes, they turn into a barefooted kombucha drinking hippie. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? That's
Hulk
not the Hulk.
needs to
I want the
be
raging Hulk, the rageaholic Hulk.
He needs to be like the reason we win because he does something incredible.
Yes.
Like he was used in the first Avengers. He's perfect. Correct. Perfect.
Yes. The first Avenger that when he was like
he doesn't need 20 minutes of screen time, right?
No.
He had a few amazing scenes and he was used perfectly. Do that.
Yeah. That is it. I'm always mad. I'm just always upset.
Me too.
Yes, that's
Endgame might be my favorite MCU movie, and Infinity War. I like Endgame a little more, I think, but Infinity War is so damn good. But every time I sit there and listen to him arguing to the Hulk himself, and the Hulk's not coming out to fight, I can't stand it. I hate it.
That shit bothered the fuck out of me.
It's the worst part of that movie.
Like, that's the thing that gives him strength. And being fucking mad.
Just give us 1 minute of him smashing a dozen people. That's all we're asking for at least.
I was even on Infinity War when he was cheering for Thor. I was like, bro, shut the fuck.
Yeah. Like only because your other side won't come out. Everyone should have that reaction about the Hulk showing up too. Yeah.
Yeah, that bothered me. I don't think they know how to deal with his power set.
Right. We'll see. Yeah, we got to get you back on. We got to do some MCU talk.
Yeah,
That'll do it
absolutely.
for tonight. And
Yes.
Ben, thank you so much, dude. I had a great conversation. That was fun.
Thank you for having me. This was really fun for sure.
Absolutely. So yeah, please come on again, man. And don't forget, he's at Real Anarchy. That's REEL, Real Anarchy. Great content. So go check him out. We are at Why So Sidious Pod, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. So check us out as well. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.